Yeah, we have been hosting these workshops since March, maybe February.
Yep.
And we have people from all around the world. It's crazy because this year we traveled to New York with Mark. We have been there for 3 months, and there were people from there that also provide us some tips and suggestions as well about the trip. It's like a huge community that is working on claim, working on learning how to implement like GTM and RevOps workflows. So that's the main idea of this space here. That we can share knowledge, we can share also experiences, and we're able to grow together because there are not so many communities out there. Most of the time, you are building your workflows alone. So this is really valuable for the people, I think. Um,
Yeah, so far we get good feedback, and today's topic is a big one, in my opinion. It's been pivotal for our internal operations to have this automatic qualification system in place. Now, especially this year, that the signal based outreach has been booming and trending so much in the industry, especially for the higher reply rates that it helps you get. So, how do you manage those prospects or those contacts that engage with your content or engage with your competitors' content, or those profiles that you scrape from social engagements, from website visitors? We're speaking about specific signals outside of your funnel. That could be, for example, people that are engaging with your competitors, people that are engaging or following complementary tools, LinkedIn pages, or we can also speak about those contacts that engage with our marketing efforts. So, newsletter signups, website visitors, social media engagement. But then once we populate all these contacts on a clade table, we need to know which ones match our ICP criteria and which ones don't, because we don't want to, spend our resources on enriching or actually reaching out to unqualified leads. This is a big concern that most teams still struggle with, the pre-qualification and doing the outreach to the right people, and also uh, booking meetings with qualified prospects, right? So this is the very first step of start filtering out those unqualified leads and start reaching out to the high value and high intent leads for your company. So what do you think about today's topic, David?
yeah, it's something really challenging. Every day you need to be learning about how to qualify better leads, how to increase the efficiency of the workflows. So if you are continuously looking for opportunities to decrease the cost of the enrichment, decrease the cost of um, your current tech stack and improve the quality of the leads, I mean, it's worth it. So I think we can start, Mark, now that people are joining.
Okay, do it.
I'm sorry that we have this technical issue today. We're back here at Riverside. I promise that we're gonna solve that issue for the next one. But today we have a really interesting topic, as Mark was talking about. So I'm gonna share my screen with you, and we're gonna chat about automate qualification. Might be really interesting for you. So, all right, let's get started. Raise your hand, comment it in the chat if you have ever sent out 100 emails, waited a week, and when someone finally responds, you realize that we're not the right prospect. I mean, we have been all there, and the worst part isn't that you are wasting time. The worst part is that your competitor, sorry, is wasting that time. Isn't wasting that time. They are already using automation to find only the right leads. So today we're gonna talk about how you can do the same. You can start automating qualification here in a way that you will increase the metrics that are the most important ones for your business. So, quick question: how many of your leads last month were wrong company size, wrong industry, wrong decision maker, wrong timing? Be totally honest with me. If all those leads that you reach out to were 100% qualified, then this workshop is not for you. I mean, you have that issue done, solved. That's great. But most of us will, even after investing a lot of time into deploying different qualification processes, will have some percentage of our leads wrong. I mean, there will be not qualified leads. So
Yeah, like false positives.
false positives, yeah. We can also find a lot of false negatives, but in this case, false positives are the ones that we are looking to avoid. They are wasting your time, let's say from 2 to 4 hours of your SDR wasted every day. All the tech stack that you had invested into to increase the reach of your workflows, you're targeting the wrong leads. So you burn your tech stack. The credibility of the leads that you're bringing to your team are gonna decrease. You're gonna be damaged because they won't be qualified. Let's say if 40% of your leads aren't qualified, that's 3.2 hours daily of your SDR that are wasted. I don't know how much you're paying your SDRs, but you're wasting that money. Your monthly wages are wasted. The deals that you're gonna be booking, I mean the meetings that you're gonna be booking with your leads gonna be you know wasted as well. You're gonna not value anything because they won't be qualified. Let me tell you a bit about us. With Mark, we founded Automate RevOps. We focus on helping teams to be able to deploy automatic systems for GTM and RevOps so they can have control over the system. And we really, really trust on creating systems that are predictable, that can help you to increase your reach, increase your pipeline, but also decrease the amount of hours that you invest in that. So we have been helping clients to increase their pipeline, more than 160 millions. We have a huge community of people that are following us on LinkedIn, our newsletter, Slack channel, and so on. And we are growing this community. So if you want to also join our community in Slack, you can click on this link here. You will be able to join our Slack community as well and be part of what we're growing together. So for today, the promise is that you're going to live by knowing a proven framework to increase the quality of your leads. Also, we're going to review a waterfall qualification template. They're going to share that with you as well. That's worth $500. So I'm going to share that with you if you stay until the end of this workshop. So why should we qualify using automation? Probably if you're doing it manually, and your competitors doing it through automations, they're investing the same time that they have 2x more qualified leads. They are recovering the ROI of the investment in tech stack by twice, and they will be able to increase the revenue using the same team. So the opportunity is to create a qualification process that can help you understand when is the best time to reach out to the leads, who you should reach out to in terms of the company attributes, but also the leads attribute. That can increase the quality of the leads, the volume of qualified meetings, and also decrease the cost of acquisition. So why most teams are stuck into this 100 leads per month, let's say, equation, they're focused, they 80-20 time of their work into these qualification processes out here, this grand work. You can change that and start investing time in the actual tasks that are generating value. If you flip that, you will be able to increase the amount of leads that you can process by 4x. So that can be your target goal. Now, let's talk about a really specific case. Let's say you want to find ready-to-buy SaaS CISOs to target. So in order to do that, you can find signals that indicate that they are interested in certain topics. You can qualify the signals. Let's talk about LinkedIn. You can find people that are posting or, they are covering topics that are interesting for this ICP. Then you can scrape people that are reacting to those posts. You can qualify them, find if the company and the lead are qualified for you, and then based on that, you can send the qualified ones to a campaign. So in order to do that, you will need an enrichment solution. And that enrichment solution for you to integrate all the tools that we're going to use today, that are 6 tools, is Clay. Why I'm not seeing Clay? Okay,
Nah,
let's share it again.
I was gonna say we should put the logo inside of the the circle.
All right, now
Now it
we're
makes sense.
speaking. So previous slide, we have 5 different tools that we're going to use to integrate this workflow: Clay, Get Sales, Prospio, OpenAI, and Apify. So in order to integrate a workflow that orchestrate everything, Clay is the go-to, because in Clay you can source leads, you can source signals, you can enrich data, you can process data, and you can integrate that data to a sequence tool. So now let's talk about qualification here. There are different parts of a qualification process here. One is depending on what you want to achieve. So the first part of a qualification process for a company should be the TAM mapping. And the TAM mapping means that you can identify the type of leads and company that you want to reach out to. But then after mapping all your TAM, if you want to reach out to them, you need to qualify them for a campaign. And then inside this qualification, you will find 2 type of qualification. That will be is related to the ICP match. So in your TAM, you will find like different ICPs. There might be decision makers from different levels, different industries, and so on. But also, the timing is important here, because you will be able to reach out to leads that are more relevant for your business in that precise moment. So let's say this is all the market. If you are able to qualify them by analyzing their company situation and the lead situation, this is for a B2B company, of course, you will find out that there will be leads that are qualified upon your qualification process. It can be any qualification process. It can be just checking out if they are located in the region that I want to. It can be that they have the job title that I want to, and so on. Also can be applied for the company. You will find like there will be like a sweet spot here of all your TAM. And inside that TAM, you will find like different ICPs that you can use to target the campaign. So let's talk about one precise ICP. In this case was SaaS CISOs. So that might be one ICP. And then you can analyze inside that ICP if they're ready to buy or they are aware of your brand. And by analyzing this, you will be able to know which type of campaign, which type of message you should use to reach out to them. So if you're targeting leads that are aware of your brand and ready to buy, those leads should be pushed to a sales type of campaign where you can be more aggressive. But for the ones that are not aware of who you are, you should send them to an outbound, the inbound sequence that sends an outbound message to them and convert them into your nurturing process. So there are different targets here. Okay, now let's build this workflow that we just discussed. So the first step here is gonna be finding that ICP and finding the correct timing. So if we want to find this type of CISOs that are engaging with content that can be interesting for them, you might want to start, first of all, finding LinkedIn creators that are creating content for CISOs. So if you want to do it manually, you should go to LinkedIn, and every time you find a new creator that is talking to CISOs and they have like a good audience, you can start monitoring them. You can scroll their feed, you can read their posts, and guess if they matter for your ICP or not. If you want to automate that sequence, there are many tools that you can do, but let's start with a Clay table. So in Clay, you can create a new workbook here. And first of all, we need to find people that are talking to CISOs. So you can use the Find People feature and go to Job Titles. And in here, first of all, we want to find people that are in the United States. That's the ICP. And here in the job title, we can include job titles that are related to CISOs, for instance. So it might be we're talking to CISO, CISO, but also we want to check how many followers they have. So we want to target people that have more than 10,000 followers. And that will be a great indicator that these guys here, this list of leads, are going to be creating content probably more frequent, and they're going to be having a good audience here to target. So
Just
that might be a starting point here.
A quick side note is that Clay has recently launched the Clay Sculptor, which is some sort of co-pilot for your list buildings. So it could be another way to create this or to populate these filters criteria on a more conversational experience. But yeah, I mean, we are not covering it now, but it could be an easier way to have these filters populate, and then you can correct them, but you can sort of input the ICP criteria with your own words and see how that impacts on these filters, and then do the minor tweaking and adjustments. But yeah, that's something that we'll be sharing a video about what we've been testing. But it's interesting to make it more agile.
Yeah. We're really enjoying the new releases of Clay. We found out that they are really on spot to help people to start deploying their workflows faster. Okay, now, now that we have this,
There's a fight going on at your back.
yeah, that's my dog. All right, so now that we have this list, we can create a table with this list of people that are related to. They're probably creating content for CISOs, or they are CISOs, and probably they're targeting other CISOs, or they might be talking about CISOs topics. So we can use this list to start finding out if they are posting regularly. So in order to do that, there are many ways to enrich LinkedIn posts, but the tool that we suggest you to use, because it's easy to set up and it's also really cheap to use and they have a good coverage, is Apify. So in order to find posts using Apify, you should first of all subscribe to Apify. Apify is a great platform for that. You can subscribe for free. You have like up to $5 to use in their solutions. And in this case, I'm gonna show you how you can use Apify to scrape LinkedIn posts. So I have a template here that's called Scrape LinkedIn Post that is connected with my Apify account. And I have this actor here that is a LinkedIn profile post. And I can set up in here in this input data. As you can see here, I'm going to share the template with you as well, so you can also use it in the future. Just to let you know how many posts you want to scrape. Let's say I want to scrape 10 posts of these people. I want to run for the 10 rows here. and now we're able to see that is running. This actor will send an API call to Apify, and Apify will run an scraping action and will retrieve you the latest 10 posts of these guys. So this is really insightful because you can use that to find people that are posting regularly by analyzing how frequent they are posting. Let's say this is a post date. This is the latest post, and it was from today. And the oldest post was from, let's check it out, the 9th of October. So it was like 1.5 weeks ago. So this guy is posting, I think it's a guy, I don't know. Yeah, Mark is posting really regularly, probably once per day or something like that. So now that we have a list of posts here, we can scrape some more to check it out. Let's scrape like 20 posts. We can send those posts into a new table using this send table data feature. So what we want to do here is being able to evaluate each post, because we have, in some cases, posts that are not being related to topics that might be interesting for CISOs. So let's send those into another table here. What we need is only the credit but missing. Okay, that's Clay trying to, it's not helping me today. This is happening. Let's map it again. Go, post. Now we need to create a table. All right, now we go. Okay, now that we have everything, we can send those posts that we had here into a new table in which you will be able to grab all your people LinkedIn posts. You can map here the text of each post. You can also map the total reactions, so that might be interesting for you to understand. The type of post can be interesting as well. So if I want to analyze if a post is interesting for me, if you want to do it manually, you will open each post and read it and try to analyze if the person that I'm targeting would react to this post. So the regional CISO network is an exclusive global community. This is a really interesting post. I mean, if they're talking about CISO network, probably the people that are reacting to this might be CISOs. But this one is about the hiring process. Hiring application security engineer. I mean, it can be an interesting post to scrape their reactors, but it might be that it isn't. Here we have another one that is a quote. Here we have a repost. So if they are reposting something from someone else, that might be not interesting for you because this post is not coming from that person, it's coming from another person or another company. So what you can do in Clay to qualify the post, that can be the signal for you in this case that these people are active on LinkedIn, and it can be another signal that it's gonna be an indicator for you that these people are interested into learning or talking about CISO's topics. You can use the formula, first of all, to only create a checkbox, print true if, let's say, post type is regular, it's not like a repost. So that might be one way of creating something. And this formula generator feature, you will be able to describe here in natural language what you want to achieve, and it will transform that into a formula. So in this case, this is the formula that I got from Clay. I can click on output is correct, and we have like a checkbox of posts that are regular posts. They are not quotes or reposts. So now we can use this to filter down only the check. Or what we can do also is create, now that we have all the posts that are regular, create an AI prompt to be able to read each post and analyze if that post is actually qualified for your needs. In this case, it's going to be done by using AI here, and you have this great feature that is a prompt builder from Clay that you only need to describe what you want to do in natural language, and it will transform you into a great prompt so you can check out and run it for you. And this AI will do all the actions that you describe it in here. So in this case, I want to print true only if this text of LinkedIn post can be interesting for a CISO. Else, print false. Something really easy like this. You can click on generate, and it will gonna generate all the full prompt for you and the use case that you need to get what you need. In this case, qualifying the post. All right. So now you're seeing here the prompt that Clay is generating for us, and with this prompt, you can check it out if you want to modify it. But most of the cases, this prompt are gonna be fine. Let's check it out really quick, as if it would be interesting for a CISO. Print true only if text of a link can be interesting for a CISO else. And now we have everything here, like examples, and so on. And we have here the output format that is interesting for CISO, yes or no, true or false here. Also select the model, and it has selected my own API key. So it's gonna run from my own API key. So now that I'm satisfied with the AI prompt, I'm able to create this qualification process for the trigger. So we're creating a waterfall qualification. Keep in mind that we're qualifying triggers first in this case. Then we're getting the leads that are reacting to those posts that are going to be qualified. And then we can qualify the leads and the companies to target for a campaign. Okay, now we have a list of possible posts that might be interesting for CISOs. Let's check it out if you are okay with the post. This one is talking about data centers. Might not be interesting for a CISO. This talks about Gen AI. This, I mean, it can be, but it's not related to CISOs as well. We're talking about keys. That's another thing, total different. Hollywood. So that's okay. I mean, now we can add another layer here to filter only the posts that are related to CISOs. Remember that we just scraped 15 people posts, and then from those, we only select the ones that are regular posts and they're talking to CISOs. So now we have a list of 26 posts, and probably if you add all the people that have reacted here, you have a list of 1,000 leads or maybe 500 leads, something like that, that might be highly interested in cybersecurity issues and might be CISOs here. So now you want to find the reactors. So if you want to find the reactors as well, you can use an Apify actor. We always suggest to use this type of Apify actors because they are useful to scrape LinkedIn without using your session cookies. They have more coverage than the enrichment that you have in Clay, and they will be also cheaper than using Clay. So in here, you can find, we need to find the URL of the post. That's the one that we need to scrape. We can apply, in this case, this is a template here, but we're going to share that with you as well. Clay can handle up to 60 reactions, so I'm going to put only 60. And let's run for these 10 rows. So same process here. This Apify actor will run only if the post match the criteria, because we have put up the filters here. But if you want to set up a table to run on autopilot, I mean an evergreen process, what you can do as well is add here a condition to run only if, and you can set it up using this AI. for instance, run only if, and you can map here the two columns that are the qualification columns, regular post and CISO related topic are both true. Of course, since we have applied the filter, it will run for all these selected rows here, these 26 rows. But if you remove the filters for the ones that are not qualified, this enrichment won't run. Okay, now we have a list of possible leads here that we want to also send into another table here and check out who they are. All right, so now we have a new table here with all these new people here coming, these reactors. We have the profile URL of these reactors. We have the job title. We have the name. All right, so only based on this headline, we'll be able to find some leads. But in some cases, you will also be interested into knowing more about those leads. I mean, you can have all the information from their LinkedIn profile. So first of all, you might find people that will be reacting more than once in different posts from the same people. So in that case, to be able to make a great filtering process, you will need to add like this deduplication process here in place. So you can select the profile URL here and you can eliminate duplicates. So you don't enrich more than once the profile of these people. Now let's add another enrichment to find the LinkedIn data about the company and the lead. So in this case, what we suggest to use is Prospio. Prospio will not only bring you that data, but also the work email of that people. So that might be really interesting for you if you want to send out an email later. You can also get their email from this enrichment. So let's run this enrichment for these people here to check out how you can get the results. In the meantime, do we have any questions, Mark? You are using the questions
I've been
here.
covering some of them. I think all of them so far to
All
make
right,
it
all right.
dynamic in the chat.
So. Okay. So if we enrich the leads with this prospect enrichment, you will get all the LinkedIn information, but also in some cases you will get the email if they found the email. So for instance, in this case, we already found the email. So we can map that email here if we want to use it later. But what can be really interesting for us is checking out the job title. Let's check out if it's different than the headline here. In this case, it's the same. So that's not going to be useful for us. What we can use is maybe the work experience. We have here the company and the profile position here. So we have here the title of the latest position. All right, now we have a better understanding of their position because the headline might be interesting for some of you, but in some cases like this one, 7,000 followers is not like a really interesting for us. So we need to get the job title. All right. But not only that, we can also get the company data here. So you can analyze the size of the company. You can analyze the location of the company here as well. Let's look up for location country. With that information, you will be able to qualify not only, let's put the company name as well. So it's all right. Now you have the company name, you have the country of the company, the size of the company, the title, and you can use all that to create a qualification process that will indicate you if those leads are going to be inside your TAM. So to do that, what you can do is, or creating a formula that like we just did in the previous table, that in that case would be something like output true only if, then we have here the size is over 100 and title contains CISO. Let's put this on, or we have here the headline, like this. Title of headline contains CISO, and location that we have here. Country is United States. So now we're gonna find that this qualification process will be created in this formula that's gonna analyze if the size is over 100, if the titles or headline contains CISO and the country contains United States. We can check out here this if something is off. In this case, this contains CISO. It doesn't have more than 100. This have more than 100, but it's account executive. So it seems like those are false. That's fine. We can create that and modify it later as well. So let's check out if we find some leads in here. In some cases, the formula can fail, so you need to rerun it. So first of all, let's check out some of the results that might be interesting here. Let's filter only the ones that are CISO, contains CISO. Let's add another one, or title contains CISO. Okay, now we're seeing that we have 17 CISOs here. Let's check out if some of them are, this one is from the United States, and the size is over 100, so it should be true. So this qualification step is not working, probably because it's checking out if the size is over 100, but since we have like in a structured format, it's not taking it as true. Here we have some true. Okay, that might be right. Let's check it out. Yeah, now we're talking. Okay, now we have like a stronger qualification process here. So we build a list of, okay, in this case, let's delete all the filters. We can only add the last one, that is CISOs over 100. And now we have 3 really high intent qualified leads to reach out to through different processes. So we have been able to find these relevant posts and qualify the leads, find who is commenting, who is reacting to those posts. We are qualifying them. If you try to do that manually, it can take you a lot of time to understand if they're qualified, to check out, to bring all those data into a table and analyze each one of those. And then to upload those leads into a sequence tool. In Clay, you have the capability to add any tool. In this case, we suggest to use GetSales. So you can send leads to GetSales just by having the profile URL. You can have the name of that person, and then you can apply. In this case, it's an HTTP API call to send to GetSales. But if you want to send to any other tool like HeyRich, you have a native integration in Clay to send leads to HeyRich. In this case, from GetSales, you only need the lista UID and the API key. So let's create this column here. And if I select one lead here, I will be able to send those leads into GetSales. Now this lead is into my GetSales sequence. So you can create this system to run on autopilot here in Clay as well, just by going into the first table that we have here. You can set up this table to run on a schedule, rerun columns on a schedule here, select the ones that you want to rerun it. Let's say you want to run it weekly and scrape the recent 7 posts, and you will be able to have an automatic system that is going to be sending messages to those leads that are going to be reacting to those posts. All right, so we were able to create all that. A complete qualification process from triggers. We qualify the company as well and qualify the leads. We used 5 different tools. We orchestrated in real time using Clay. And we have saved a lot of time by doing that. Now, for you, we want a really we have a really good surprise for you. We have a list of 100 ideas of how you can qualify leads that we can share with you as well. We're going to share it after this recording. So um, I'm really grateful that you stayed until the end of this workshop. So we're going to send that email for you later. Set up this qualification workflow for yourself. Think about how you can qualify them, and you can run your first qualification using AI or using formulas, and you will be able to start getting the results that you want. If you want to receive some extra support, join us Slack community here. We'll be happy to address some questions in the group. We have a great community there that there are a lot of people that are sharing how they are solving different issues, the tools that they are using. If you want to keep moving forward, probably, I mean, there's no pain into creating the status quo, but in the long run, you will be left behind. The second path is to start automating all your workflows, being able to qualify leads automatically, being able to qualify leads not only from the qualification of the company lead, but also from sign-ons. By doing that, you will become a market leader because you will be increasing your conversion rate, decreasing the cost of acquisition, and so on. So if you want our help in that process as well, we can help you by having a call with you to understand what are your current processes, identify the biggest bottlenecks here, build your first workflow live on that call as well. So if you are interested in our help, you can access here in this link the opportunity to book a strategy call with us. So we're gonna help you to understand what's the best low-hanging fruit to start solving, to start getting from your own processes. So any questions?
That was very quick because we started like 15 minutes late. So, any questions, any feedback to make these sessions more entertaining and more useful for you? Just drop them in the chat. We're gonna send out an email with a feedback request as well. So yeah, we were having some discussions in the chat about scraping LinkedIn data. That's also an interesting topic. We struggled a bit back in the day, trying not to use our session cookies. We found really interesting or really powerful scraping programs within Apify that we recommend you to explore. That way you don't put your account at risk. And it seems like the discussion is going on the chat, David.
Yeah, I'm seeing that. Apify is a great tool to scrape LinkedIn because you are able to scrape not only LinkedIn posts, but also reactions, comments, the profile, the company profile. You can get a lot of data from LinkedIn out there. LinkedIn post, a job post as well. So by being able to scrape that, you will get signals of a lot of people that are reacting to content that might be interesting for you, commenting on your post or in your type of content that you're creating. People that are subscribing to a webinar as well. So I mean, Apify, we love Apify. We use it every day.
You need to get your Apify tattoo soon, bro. You already have the clay tattoo. You can show it to the crowd if you want.
For sure. Apify might be there probably in the future.
That's funny. So we invite you to join our Slack community and bring this discussion to the Slack chat. So there we can continue responding to your questions. We're happy to assist you on whatever is blocking your progress. So thank you for joining today and hope to see you next week. I don't know what's the topic for next week. Do we know?
Yeah, we're gonna share and we're gonna talk about trigger-based outreach, and we're gonna share the stage with Warmly. For the ones that don't know who they are, check out warmly.ai. They have a great solution for website visitors, the anonymization. They have like a waterfall of the anonymization tools. So if you want to increase that the amount of leads that you get from your website visitors, they are go-to, and they have just released a new function as well that's gonna help you improve your marketing ops. So I'm not gonna drop any details about it because next week we're gonna talk about it with them. So really, really interesting topic. Warm leads, how to find warm leads, how to trigger warm leads, and so on.
All right.
That's it.